Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time to go trick-or-treating. So, be sure to light your pumpkins.
Good morning, Amador. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Laura. Today is Thursday, October 20th, and I'm sure everyone is starting to get super stoked for Halloween since it's only 11 days away.
Here's the top 5 of our special on the 10 scariest movies of all time. We continue our countdown today at number 5. Keep in mind, most of the movies at the top 5 of our list are only for those of us who are 17 or older.
Number 5, The Exorcist, starring Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, and Linda Blair, based on the novel by William Peter Blatty. This movie is consistently at the top of many critics' lists as the scariest movie of all time. It's about a young girl who is possessed by a demon, and her mother calls on the help of 2 priests to save her soul. This movie is not for the faint of the heart.
Coming in at number 4, we have Rosemary's Baby. This film was made in 1968, and it starred Mia Farrow, and it was directed by Roman Polanski. The movie is about a couple, Rosemary and Guy Woodhouse, who move into a New York apartment with a bad reputation. Sounds pretty normal these days, but back in the 60s, it was a rare occurrence. Soon, Rosemary finds out that the tenants, as well as her husband, are intent on her having a baby. The downside to this bundle of joy is that the baby is Satan. No happy endings here.
Number 3 is the Amityville Horror, which was made in 1979. It stars James Brolin, Margot Kidder, and Rod Steiger. This movie was actually based on the true story of George Lee and Kathy Lutz, and it follows their troubled stay at the house in Amityville. Buying the house for a steal in the fall of 1975 because of a multiple murder barely a year before, they move in to experience a series of increasingly disturbing paranormal events. Eventually, they flee. George, a land surveyor, probably should have had his license revoked because the house was supposedly built on a tribal burial ground. After watching this movie, you learn an important lesson. Don't build your house on a gravesite.
And coming in second place is Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. This classic movie was made in 1960 and stars Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. We actually have a trailer from this scary movie, which is surprisingly rated PG-14.
Norman Bates has a disturbing tendency. He likes to blame his bad habits on his mother.
My mother, what is the phrase? She isn't quite herself today.
Mrs. Bates.
These days, Mrs. Bates is never quite herself. Nothing can match the initial shock of the original. Psycho.
And finally, at number 1, the scariest movie of all time is The Omen. Made in 1976, this terrifying movie stars Gregory Peck and Lee Remick. This movie is about an American ambassador who learns that his son is a literal antichrist. Naturally, grisly deaths occur throughout the movie. This movie will make anyone think twice about having kids. I don't even think a cult of the super nanny could help these parents. Whoa, those movies look so scary. Speaking of scary stuff, many people don't realize that Pleasanton has many ghosts of our own.
Here's Sam with the special on the ghosts of Gay 90s Pizza.
Hi, Sam here, and I'm standing in front of Gay 90s Pizza Parlor here in downtown. And it was the first built business building in 1864, and it housed a Wells Fargo stagecoach, a bar, and a general store. And upstairs there used to be a brothel there. Now, residents have rumored that there's been a full-figured ghost lady that actually stands in that window up there. And underneath the whole entire streets, the Chinese laborers built tunnels starting from here all the way to the start of downtown. So we're gonna do an interview with Connor Close here in Gay 90s. Let's go. Hi, Sam here, and I'm with Connor Close, who's an Amador graduate of 2008 and the general manager here at Gay 90s Pizza. And Connor's here to tell us about the spooky things that he's encountered here at Gay 90s.
I guess I am. All right.
Tell us.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen many things. I've never actually seen the ghost. Okay, the ghost is the madam of the brothel, if you don't know. She's the lady in the blue dress. Nobody knows her name or really how she died. All that stuff is a mystery. But we just know what she does. And it's nothing really crazy scary, just like moving things or like, noises. Some have said they've heard her whisper their name or say things like that. But in my experience, the craziest thing that's ever happened to me was about 5 months ago, probably now. I was closing. It was like 12 o'clock at night. I'm locking up. I'm here all by myself. And all the lights are off. I'm doing the last thing before I get out of here. And I go and I close the basement door. Because the basement door opens inward and we walk downstairs. And every night we close it and we latch it. And I latched this basement door closed and I turn around. And I heard knock, knock, knock right behind me as soon as I turned around. And I was like freaked out for a second. I thought maybe that I kicked something. I'm trying to find the most rational, way to explain this. Most logical, what could have made that noise. And of course, I can't find anything. I look like an idiot. I heard knocks, for sure. And that's the most spooky thing that's happened to me personally. My boss, the owner, his name's Rob Ernest. He's owned the Gay 90s for 30 years now. And he's seen things that are a little bit more extreme. He'll be here in the morning, and he's counting the money, and all the chairs will be up on the tables, and then he'll walk in the other room, and he'll come back, and then all the chairs are down, pushed in on the tables, which is weird. That's crazy. I know. That's crazy. Almost unbelievable, really. We have a fire hose head on the bar back there. I've seen it, not just fall off the table, but kind of lunge off the table. Cans on the wall we have mounted that hold all our bottle caps when we open bottles. The bottle caps fall right in there. I've actually seen the can jump off the wall and scatter all over the floor. Not just drop, but be lifted up because it hangs,
Right.
Just things that there's no way that could have happened unless there was a ghost. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty scary, but it's not. We're used to it here. We like it. We're looking for it now. Mm-hmm. Shadows, stuff like that. It's great. It's a good place to work, and I love it. And the ghost, I love her too. I wish I could tell you her name, but that's it.
Well, from the tours from inside Gay 90s, I'd say there's something real creepy going on over here. Anyways, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sam. You can actually read more about the ghost stories from Gay 90s Pizza and from other popular Main Street businesses in Gabby Azevedo's article in the upcoming Amador.
For those of you who don't know, October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Women in the United States get breast cancer more than any type of cancer besides skin cancer. Each year, nearly 200,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer, and more than 40,000 will die. We have a commercial today from leadership on how you can support this cause. Now with this week's sports news. Laura, do you know which team on campus is the only undefeated team at Amador?
Football?
It's the girls' golf team. The girls' golf team just finished their first undefeated dual match season with a 12-0 record, beating Foothill yesterday. They're actually ranked the top team in Northern California. Can you believe that? The top team in Northern California.
That's so cool. With their win on Monday, they're now undefeated league champions. Monique Riley and Natalie Bodner were picked as an all-league team player for the fourth time. They were both in the top 5 players for the tournament. Kimberly Liu wrapped up eVol MVP honors. The girls are just beginning their postseason run that continues on the 31st as they defend their NCS title.
Wow, they've got lots to be proud of. If you see any of the members of the girls' golf team around campus, make sure you stop them and tell them congratulations.
In other sports, the girls' tennis team and both girls' and boys' water polo teams play against Livermore today in Livermore.
This week's Staff of the Week is Mr. Bricks, and Dennis Chansey is this week's Student of the Week. Congratulations, guys.
Hey, don't forget, if you don't already have plans tonight, don't forget that Amador Drama is hosting an AIDS benefit at 7:30 in the MP. All donations will go to UCSF AIDS Foundation, so come and check it out.
Finally, today at lunch, there's a Health and Bioscience Academy meeting at lunch in Miss Farthing's room, I-6. And there's a football game tomorrow at Granada. Come out and join the Don Squad as they cheer on the Dons.
That's it for today, Dons. Don't forget, it's always a beautiful day at Amador.
It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day.
That's so silly. When's the boat? What time is it?
We've got about 10 minutes, so let's get
Oh.
Let's do it.
Pit stop and then
Guard the door.
Good morning, Amador. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Laura. Oh, I have a bubble in my throat. I'm sorry.